take me to see that? I'm more depressed now than when I went in there.
Yeah. We just saw Don't Think Twice. Kind of wish I did.
It's a fucking great movie. Let's be clear on that. It's like, man, I laughed more at Hell or High Water. And that was about bank robbers, not an improv troupe.
Like, this movie got some good laughs, but just, dear God.
Oh no, this is easily gonna make my top 10 list this year, like easily. But man, is this movie about ego.
Like, I'm just gonna put it just out there. If I start crying in the middle of things, it's just because this thing hit a little bit too close to home.
Oh yeah.
It's just this feels just a bit too relatable.
Okay.
There's just like that idea of just like kind of. It's a very bittersweet movie, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
Where it's basically just kind of all about like the successes and failures, just like doing what you love.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of ego,
Yeah.
a lot of insecure actor ego.
Yeah.
Which is kind of our whole stereotypical gimmick. But
Yeah.
it's true. I can't really judge as someone who openly plasters his name everywhere. And it is actually part of an improv troupe.
Yeah. I know. I just think to myself, it's like, Mike, you feel a little close to the character Mike in this.
Wait, which one?
That was the guy, the teacher.
That guy is the one you relate me to, you asshole!
No, but it's like...
At least he gets laid.
See, you look up to him.
My apartment's nicer than it is.
That is very true.
Still not saying all that much, but hey.
No, it's a pretty nice apartment.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I saw it once, like, oh, it's a pretty good area.
Yeah. Yeah, for what we're paying for it, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Wish our landlord stopped giving us shit, but yeah, that's a whole nother matter. But yeah, this movie, yeah, it's got some feels.
Yeah.
And I thought the funny is like you've been talking this movie up to me for weeks.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, we should really go see this movie. You should go see this movie. You should go see this movie. It's like, and finally, like, okay, maybe we have time. This week we actually did have one time because the only other movie out this week is like Morgan, which I'm not in too keen a rush to see. So
it would have been less depressed if we watched that.
That's debatable.
What was it I said? That we'd be sad about wasting our money. We're sad about wasting our lives.
I think what was that line I laughed about? You and I were laughing about because it's a part in the movie where one of the characters like starts going like, yeah, I think of the 20s is where like you have hope for the future, and then the 30s is just where you realize how much an idiot you were for hoping to lean for you, and goes, I'm ahead of my time.
But
no, I mean like I get like it's goddamn it's good to see it's Gillian Jacobs.
I think so.
Like Gillian Jacobs in a good fucking movie for a change, because I've seen her in nothing but shit since Community.
And by God, she did such a
she's
good job
phenomenal. And like, I mean, the reason I was hesitant to go see this movie is because you mentioned that like Key and Peele was in this, or Key was in this movie, and I think he's a good actor. I really do. Yeah. But when you mentioned he was in there, I was like, oh, is this gonna be like a Key and Peele thing? Which it isn't a bad thing. I like Keanu, but I was kind of worried that was like, do I really want to go out of my way to go see a movie that's basically another Key and Peele sketch?
Yeah.
Then I saw the trailer, so I was able to improv. I was like, fuck, now I have to go see it. Because you don't see that very often.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll go check it out. And then I was like, okay, this could be funny. I could use a good laugh today. My anxiety's been kicking up the past couple days. I go see it. What the fuck?
I remember just like, before we entered the trailer, like, because I knew this guy was like, I have a bad feeling it's going to be one of those situations where, like, we're hoping it's going to be fairly funny, and then you're going to be
bawling, like,
it's like, and then you're going to be, it's like, so, what was this about this being a funny movie you wanted to go see?
More or less what ended up happening. It's kind of like when we saw Anomalisa, and we're just kind of like, what the fuck was that?
All right, Anomalies. At this very theater, might I add.
I know. Well, it's like the only theater that plays the independent stuff. It's not Santana Row.
And Camera 3.
Does Camera 3 play him?
Dude, that's nothing but indie films.
I mean, yeah, but they play like one or two. Like this one plays like the majority.
Yeah.
Because I know we saw The Hunt at Camera 3. I mean, what are you talking about? You want to talk about a piece of shit theater, go to Camera 3. I mean, it's a nice place. They have a donut shop there, too, which is kind of a nice bonus.
Although it still comes laughable as they said, you can't make comedy a sport. Tell that to the comedy sports team at Camera 3.
I said, yeah, we can. Honestly, this did remind me a lot of Drinking Buddies, which are my all-time favorite movies. In that it does feel, ironically, that a majority of what is said in the movie is improvised, and I'm wondering if that's how it was directed as well. Like, if there wasn't so much as a script, so much as a set goal line, which is what they did for Drinking Buddies. Basically, so like none of the dialogue in Drinking Buddies is written. They said, "Here's what happens in this scene. This is where your characters are thinking. Make up whatever you want from then on."
Yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering if they did something similar to that. And I honestly like. With bad actors, that can be painful and awkward. You have great actors like the ones you have in this movie, it really pays off, and it feels just incredibly authentic. And these people feel like people going through struggles.
And,
and all of the egos and the highs and lows. Because this movie is like almost entirely about actors dealing with their insane insecurities.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, it was just, that's one of the things I liked. It was like, it was so just grounded and believable. Is that it just, as I said, it makes it relatable. It makes it feel like this could happen. Probably, God, has happened quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it feels like just like a raw, like...
My favorite Ben Stiller cameo, performance in years. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Also, probably one of was the other line I made, it's like, we've been replaced with Ben Stiller, just leaned over, a fate worse than death.
No, that'd be Adam Sandler.
Oh, God, yeah, you're right.
So it could be worse.
Yeah, to be fair, I enjoy Ben Stiller more than you do.
He can be a good actor when he tries. Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, like the whole premise of this movie, for those who don't know, and I'd be surprised if you knew this movie was on the top of your head. See what I did there? Improv, top of your head.
Yeah.
Anyway. But anyway, this movie's about a group of broke-ass improv troupe called the Commutes or something. The Commune. Which had all actors I like Key I really like. I forget her name, but I love her music.
Kate Micucci.
Kate Micucci.
Yeah, I actually met her.
Really?
Yeah, on the set of, it was a movie called Unleash. It's super nice. I was able to actually get a photo with her.
I love Micucci. I think she's fantastic.
Yeah. God, she was so nice to talk to on set. Like, she's just this completely humble person.
She got her phone number?
No, just...
I'd like, let's hang out, grab a beer. I'll be down to hang out with I almost said Micucci, which...
Yeah, it's Kate Micucci.
I know, but, do you ever see that Conan interview she did?
No.
Where she was talking about like her tour she's doing for kids, and she was like, "Oh, like what's the tour called?" It's like, "Oh, it's called Playing with My Coochie." And so like a crowd like roars and applauds. He goes like, "No, that's not a joke. That's just my name." And like, and I didn't realize it was an abbreviation for that until I saw a Vagina Monologues, and they call it My Coochie, and then like all of a sudden like every mean joke like every kid in high school made to me like flashed before my eyes, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And like that's why I explained so many jokes and people I thought was just really weird at the time. Like, hey, if you and I have our kids, we should name him Phil. Or Sharon. That's another one. Honestly, she's my favorite comedy songwriters. You really listen to music; it's amazing stuff. Yeah. Like honestly, kind of same thing with this movie. When she writes heartfelt songs, they're actually phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like look them up; they are great.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of them when I'm feeling down, which I probably do after I'm done seeing this. After I'm done recording this review. So yeah, go check out Micucci. Yeah. She's really good. And as far as
Garfunkel and Oates.
Yeah, Garfunkel and Oates. That's the name of the band. She also does her own solo stuff every now and again. It's also pretty good. But anyway, so yeah, she's in there too, and then you have Jillian Jacobs, who I really like, who's like more talented than she's been giving roles for lately, and I'm so glad to see her finally stretch out of the community phrase.
Mike Birbiglia, who both wrote and directed this.
I know Mike Birbiglia, but I can't remember what else I've seen him in.
I think I've seen him I can't remember either. That's the thing about him. It's like, to a certain extent, it's kind of like Christopher Walken for me, where it's like I love him. It's like, wait, what else have I seen him in?
And
aside from Nine Lives.
And who played Bill?
I don't know. That's another guy where it's like, I've seen him before, but I can never remember his name.
He was the only one I didn't immediately recognize in some fashion.
Because he was in like a lot of Comedy Central stuff and whatever.
Oh, okay. That's probably why I don't recognize him too much.
Let me double check who the hell that is, because like, it's like he reminds me of a more likable Andy Dick.
A little bit. But anyway,
like he's got that face, except you don't want to punch him.
Anyway, so this troupe is improv troupe is doing what they love in this crappy ass theater, which most improv people do.
Yeah.
But unfortunately it's closing down, so they're all kind of trying to struggle to figure out where they're going to go from here, or how they're going to keep the troupe alive, or even if they can keep the troupe alive. Meanwhile, Jack, who's played by Key, he's kind of the more egocentric one of the group.
Yeah.
He's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
He really wants to be seen, and once he is seen by not Saturday Night Live, which is called Weekend Live in this universe.
Chris Gethard, that's the guy's name.
Okay, well, the other guy, which I didn't see.
He's in The Heat. Oh, I remember who he was in the other guys.
He's a clerk.
Yeah,
anyway.
But I remember exactly which clerk he was.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, but during one improv night, they find out some people from Weekend Live are there to check out the show. So Jack goes on this kind of one-man show spree, kind of overshadows all the rest of his performers, and he gets called in for an audition, which
alongside his girlfriend.
Samantha,
played by
Gillian Jacobs. How the hell are you saying him? And then as pretty much from there, it's all about just an ego trip as to where these go and how everyone's trying to be happy, but they're kind of doing the Oscar clap, or like when you lose at the Oscar race, they're kind of doing, I'm so happy.
Oh, that is an understatement for these characters.
Yeah. So everyone kind of reacts to it differently. Some are like jealous, others are just insecure. Others are, like, in case of Gillian Jacobs, is just terrified that she's gonna lose what she had, what she really likes. So she's kind of happy where she is, but her boyfriend isn't.
Yeah.
And it's very much a mixture of very real. Like it all feels very real. Like how everyone kind of struggles to accept this new reality, and kind of like, and it inevitably falls apart because, unfortunately, actors have insanely fragile egos, especially ones who are desperately trying to be successful, but just can't get their foot in the door, and are still doing that I can make it thing, which, admirable, but you gotta have a backup plan. That's always been my opinion on the fact. It's like, if you want to be an actor, good for you. I support it. Go get it. Have a backup plan in case it doesn't work out. Because...
Which, thankfully, they do kind of show a lot of these people do have their secondary things.
No, but especially towards the third act, this movie is just downright fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's just like, huge spoiler, basically. Definitely Samantha and Jack are, like, I'd say the main folk. It's ensemble, but they get, like, that pinch of extra focus.
True. I would say more Gillian Jacobs than Jack, honestly.
Yeah. But, it is, I'm not gonna lie, just that ending thing with him, I was like, ah!
Oh, the ending scene
just
with
between
the one woman show thing. Oh, at the same time, that scene was phenomenal.
Yeah, just like my heart.
Like, these are Oscar-worthy performances, and they will get completely ignored come award season.
Yeah.
Which is a downright shame. But that seems like something insane, like 99% Rotten Tomato or something like that, doesn't it? And yeah, I can definitely see why, but like, I think it's the first movie in a long time, and you and I just walked out. We just didn't say a fucking word until we got, until we almost walked out of the theater.
Yeah, I remember my thing was like, that got a bit too real.
Do you want to talk about that?
No, it's just, I don't know, it's just like you said, it's that whole actor ego thing. It's just, you pretty much hit the nail right on the head, and it's just like, I feel like it's like, this is where I'm heading.
Well, that's a bit of a cynical attitude. You're still in your 20s, late 20s.
Remember, we're the internet age. We get to that feeling we're stupid about things a lot more quicker than the previous generation.
To be fair, that's because I'm also a self-hating narcissist. It's a very weird combination.
Yeah, so I'm very surprised that you said that my view was a little cynical.
I'm optimistic for everyone except myself.
Same here! Yeah!
Ow.
Also not you.
I was like, me too, I'm optimistic for everyone except you! You hopeless twat. I hope you burn in hell. Which I'd say, hey, right back at you.
Oh, it's all good
fucking
fun.
penis waffle. Improv. We act like friends. We secretly hate each other. That's the message I got from this movie.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, when you really think about it, 90%, like 99.9% of what we do in this show is improv.
It is.
And like,
but you succeed at it way more than I did.
Oh, don't be hard on yourself, man. Don't be hard on yourself. It's the Mike and Grant show lately. Come on.
AKA Penis Waffle and Turd Blossom.
Turd Blossom. That should be the sequel to Beavis and Butthead. You know, it's a great insult to throw people off when they're not expecting it. Just like, oh, you penis pickle. And they have no idea how to respond. I came up with that one night when I was drunk playing Halo.
Oh, you need to make that Berkeley's new nickname.
Call Berkeley a penis pickle. For those who don't know, Berkeley is this guy we work with at Great America.
Awesome guy.
Oh my god, I want to get him to do voiceover work for me.
Yeah. But his last name's Pickle.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We just call him Tommy, just to piss him off. Because his actual name is Thomas, isn't it? And that's why he calls himself Berkeley. He hates to be called Tommy Pickles.
Why did I never make this connection?
I'm surprised you didn't either.
I can't even breathe. I'm just making noises.
Careful, man. You take it. You're dropping into a well. It's all right.
Oh, I don't want to go down the well. That's just a bad thing.
Which apparently, for like Jillian Jacobs, you're happy down the well. Totally okay. God, that was a heartbreaking scene.
God, I wanted to cry right there.
I don't think I got to the tear. Like, honestly, it's very hard for a movie to make me cry. I think only 2 movies ever made me do it openly in a theater, which was Her and Inside Out. Because Her, that fucking emotionally demolished me.
I still need to watch that movie.
You've never seen it?
And I still haven't watched There Will Be Blood, and I just bought it on Blu-ray, too.
Dude, you're coming. We are watching Her. Seriously.
Yeah, no, I've been wanting to watch it.
I've watched it so many goddamn times that my Blu-ray disc has a scratch in it.
I thought that was a myth.
No, like, honestly, it's my movie where, like, if I'm feeling, like, ultra depressed, honestly, like, if it's a movie you catch me watching by myself with alcohol, call for help, because that means I'm really having an episode.
That's usually me when I replay Sloop John B by the Beach Boys over and over again.
Yeah, we all have that one song. I got a playlist.
Love hurts, love cries.
Mine's more like, one is the loneliest number. Anyway, now he's the video's just talking about like a depressing. And I'm like, what do you do when you're depressed? Tell me know in the comments. But no, like this movie really does just strike a chord on so many emotional, especially if you do what we do. It really does strike a chord in such a way, and it makes me sad that we're only watching this now. It's only in theater for one more day, ironically.
Yeah.
But like, if it's on demand, which I imagine it probably will be fairly soon, or when you pick up, or it's on Netflix and wherever it is, just go watch this fucking movie.
Yeah.
It really is phenomenal. This will easily be on my top 10 list this year.
There were a couple other characters we forgot to talk about, though.
Which one?
Grant. So yeah, there's the one that, like we said, the guy that we couldn't figure his face out.
Then
well, you scroll. There we go. Yeah. Bill. Basically,
we talked a little bit about Bill.
Yeah. We just mentioned that we didn't know who the hell he was.
Oh, yeah.
But basically, like, his whole deal is that, like, while he's doing this, his father's also basically slowly dying from trauma that is completely just messed him up.
Yeah. But yeah, he announces at the same day, like, this happens the same night that Jack finds out he got the audition. Which I was kind of like, dude, that announcement couldn't wait like a day.
Yeah, I was thinking of as well. That was like...
That's right, everyone's kind of like, I was like, my dad's in the hospital. Oh, I'm so sorry. We got an audition. Jazz hands. Yeah. And everyone's kind of like, good for you, man. While it's really Jerry's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I love about this movie. Just the fact that the reactions do feel so real.
Yeah.
And like I said, it really grounds this movie in reality. And again, that's what makes it so effective. And even just the way it's shot and the way it's portrayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really don't have any real complaints about this movie. It's a phenomenal film.
Yeah. Just like all the characters, and also Lindsay, the rich one.
Yeah, the rich one. It's like, but like I haven't blamed Fleming checks. Like, yeah, but your parents like pay for everything.
Yeah.
Like, you see a therapist twice a week. Who pays for that?
Yeah. It's like you're getting. Yeah, it's like it's certainly not the unemployment that we're paying for as taxpayers.
Fucking taxes.
Like, and that's the thing I love is like, even with, like you said, even with all their like issues, there were no dislikable people in this.
No,
like they were all like,
they can all be assholes.
Yeah,
and
like
everyone kind of has their moment to be an asshole at some point in this movie.
Well, except for Bill and Kate McCucci.
Yeah, Kate McCucci's kind of hard. Kind of hard to knock down. Well, she does kind of throw insults to the rich girl towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, but at that point, it's
everyone's kind of throwing shade at everybody.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh.
It's like she was understandably in a place of being pissed off.
Yeah, at the same time, like, also the judgment and the condescension from her and Bill at the same time was like, damn, guys, you can at least pretend to be fucking happy.
Yeah.
You selfish pricks. I mean, like, I could be disappointed that I didn't get an opportunity that someone I care about got, but at the same time, someone I care about got a good position. I can at least push my own ego aside from that.
Yeah, it's like, what's that meme? It's like, you know, you might find it strange, but I find it happy when people succeed and are, and do well. Life's a picnic, not a competition.
But like, even then, like, and you can tell they're still trying to build up a good camaraderie between themselves, even like when all the shit's going down. And it also made me laugh to myself, like, these are why improv people are the most annoying goddamn friends. Because they do not fucking stop. And I say that knowing full well I'm one of these goddamn people. The person that will not stop making jokes, no matter what.
Yeah, I do that too.
At least I like to think I have some balance, but I think it also comes back, and I think these characters kind of have that too, where you're also kind of wondering who's kind of looking down on you, or when you're being a burden to someone else.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that in this movie too. Or maybe the second one's more me projecting. Which is also an insecurity, so it applies. We're digging out some skeletons in this review.
Yeah. Maybe we should stop digging up the past and make ourselves even more depressed.
It's therapy to talk about the past.
That's true.
I can say that. I'm a therapist, technically. Not in this field, but... Grant, how many times have you, like, bared your soul to me in this car? Relax.
Many.
Yes, so you're fine. I already have a file on you. Yeah. Nobody's read it. You're fine.
But now they know.
Everyone already knew.
Yes, all 20 people who watch these videos.
Hey, those 20 people are like family.
Most of them are like family.
Yeah, honestly, the ones I've talked to have been very nice.
Yeah.
Most of them. There's the occasional one I'm like, fucking really, dude? But most of them are like very, very nice to talk to. And, we should be accepting, too. We can't be all high and mighty with their 30 video view count.
Yeah.
I stand over you, Kitty9 20,000.
But yeah, it's
like I think I showed that one picture where it shows that one like someone said like a deep conversation about like, I really think the meaning of life and all these magical things, and I wonder how I will be in this certain place. And then someone below goes, I agree with gay dicks 420.
I remember that now.
But anyway, so like, yeah, I can't sing this movie's praises high enough. Go see it.
Damn straight. It's just, like I said, it's just such a down-to-earth movie. Like, it gets some good laughs in there, especially with the improv scenes, which are, like, genuinely funny.
Yeah. Although I've never heard of their particular improv game before.
Yeah, which one?
Who Had a Particularly Bad Day. Because I've never even heard of that before I saw this movie. It's like, is that a new gimmick? Is that an actual game I've never played? Because most of the games I've never played don't usually involve anything like that.
Yeah. I haven't done that either, but seems kind of simple when you think about it. Like, why didn't you?
I mean, well, it's because the other games are more straightforward.
Yeah.
Like, New Choice is one I play a lot, or Two-Headed Doctor. You know what that one is?
I do not.
Two-Headed Doctor, I guess, demonstrate real quick. Two-Headed Doctor, and I played this when I was in community college, is a game where basically two people stand up, and they are a two-headed doctor, and they have to answer a question, but the head of the doctor can only say one word at a time.
Oh, okay, so it's one of those ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember one time the first time I was ever exposed to improv was back in community college. First play I ever did. Where I met a lot of great people in that. And that's usually the reason you do stuff like that. It's the people you meet more than the actual act of doing it itself. But I remember it was like three-headed doctor at the time. You could ask him anything in the world, and me being a smart-ass 17-year-old said something like, how'd the dinosaur die? And one person said, the second person said, died, and then my friend got really sinister, and his long hairs like overshadowed his eyes and shit, and he like leaned down and said, slowly. That was my exposure to improv.
Oh, that is amazing.
Good times, good times. I still like doing improv now and again. But, I still help out the team every now when they ask me to.
Yeah.
But did you ever do improv in college?
I think for a little bit in high school, but I wasn't like really cut out for it.
Not really?
No.
You weren't much of an improv guy?
No, I was a jack.
You were. It's not really funny. I mean, it's well done, but it's not really funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my entire opinion of Saturday Night Live in a nutshell.
I think that was what they meant about.
Yeah, I figured.
I thought it was such a great jab at SNL.
Because like I've never found SNL that particularly funny. I've never quite understood the appeal.
Because that was one of the I just loved how there's a simultaneous like loving lampooning of just like just this culture in general.
It's like, you ever seen Life on the Moon?
I have not.
Jim Carrey.
Oh, Man on the Moon.
Man on the Moon. Sorry, yeah. Man on the Moon with Jim Carrey.
I have not, but I know about it.
It's a similar scene happens in this movie like it did in that one, but it basically like whatever act you're trying to do, if you have a well-known character at all in your repertoire and you're famous for it, jackass audiences will ask you to just do that one character and won't stop asking for that one character. Because you know what Man on the Moon's about, right?
Yeah, it's about Andy Kaufman.
Yeah. And they did that thing where he's trying to read Great Gatsby on stage. The entire book. Apparently, this is a real thing that happened. Andy Kaufman was notorious for trolling his audience to death. But as the second he goes on, it's like, be the taxi cab guy. It's kind of like, okay. And it's kind of like we ask celebrities to do anything they clearly don't want to do. They'll still do it, but they look really pissed off about it.
Kevin Bacon in the Footloose dance.
Did someone ask to do Kevin Bacon do the Footloose dance?
Let me put it this way: when he goes to places, he will actually he will pay DJs not to play that song.
Oh, were they really?
Because people bugged him so much about that he hates it.
Oh, have you heard Biff's question song? I will show you after. It's a very short song, but basically, Biff from Back to the Future got so fed up with people asking me the same exact questions. Oh, and apparently the guy who played Biff is actually a real life comedian, like songwriter. So he wrote a song that just answers every one of the questions they keep asking him over and over again, just so it's like, stop asking me these goddamn questions. I'll show you after it's done. It's pretty great.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I can't really think of too much else to talk about. So.
It's just, like I said, it's a great character piece. Gives you a lot of diversity and personality, insecurities that you mentioned, and each one has their own faults, and
it's just a well-balanced, well-made movie that is worthy of more attention it's going to get.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we as depressed as I am right now, I am glad we made the effort to go see it.
Same here.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad I pulled off the Biff questions and asked you over and over again?
Fine, I'll go see the fucking movie.
It was worth it. I'll go hang myself.
Don't joke. You didn't please my kitchen on us. But anyway, so yeah. Is it even worth talking about trailers?
We caught the end of Birth of a Nation, and I mean, like, literally the end.
Yeah. So, where I was kind of like, wait, is this like a reboot of Gangs of New York? Is Bill the Butcher black now? Because he was kind of wearing that you seen Gangs in New York, right?
Yeah. Funny thing is, I was not a fan of it when I saw it, but I think I'd probably appreciate it.
Okay.
It's like, would I appreciate it more, or was I right as a child?
It's okay. It's mostly worth watching for Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
And honestly, I still think the opening's great. With the weird flute music and Liam Neeson with a fuck-all cross and rolling to beat the shit out of with some righteous Christian power. Pow!
The power of Christ compels you.
Oh, that was a great, that little, that Liam Neeson sketch.
Yeah.
He does. Yes. You heard one hair on her head. Wait, she's dead? Okay, not gonna lie, it's kind of a relief.
Yeah. Or was it? It's like,
if you're looking for money, I can tell you don't have any. Because I spent all of it rescuing the first 6 times. Didn't you think it was a little easy to kidnap her?
Yeah.
But yeah, so, what other shows do we get?
Trailers, we got, that American Honey and that Queen of Katwe.
Oh yeah, there was one other one we got, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Oh yeah, we got The Hollers.
I don't even remember what the hell that one was.
Like, I vaguely remember. I remember like kind of. Oh yeah, because you went.
Oh right, yeah, I saw part of it, and I've heard mixed things on that movie.
Yeah,
I saw a clip from it on a Daily Show when Trevor Noah was interviewing Sean Copley.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked kind of interesting from what I saw, but
yeah, it looked like it had some interesting elements to it.
Yeah, good cast at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then American Honey, which that looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a Shia LaBeouf movie.
And Shia LaBeouf can still be a decent actor.
I know. I'm just saying, it's like, if that is any indication of how weird it might be.
This is true. And then Queen of Katwe, which you talked about before. It looks like Disney fluff. But yeah. So any final thoughts for?
Just go watch this movie, but do not go in thinking it's going to be a straight comedy, or you will.
Honestly, by the time this video's up, the movie will probably be out of theaters already, so probably won't miss a chance, but it's okay. Just catch it when it's on demand or on Netflix or on Blu-ray or whatever.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth your time. It's sad that I know this movie's going to get ignored during Oscar season, but I really wish it could get recognized, because like this is just not the kind of movie that gets Oscar nominated.
Yeah. It might. I'd expect a screenplay nomination at least.
See, at the same time, I'm kind of questioning how much of a screenplay there really was in this movie.
Good point.
So, because it's all about improv. If an improv movie is scripted, that would be kind of ironic.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I expect the actual improv scenes themselves were improvised.
I know, I'm surprised a lot of dialogue was improvised too.
Yeah.
Because these are all well-known comedy actors.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you said. So, support this movie when you can. I highly recommend it. And, I guess we could still go see Morgan.
But do we really?
It depends how much I really want to spend the money or not, really, to be honest. That's the point I'm at, guys. I'm pretty broke, so if you want to help out by supporting our Patreon so I can keep doing this shit, I'd appreciate it. Because I'm really, really broke. Bills! Taxes! Fuck you, no, government. Except not UNSA, you're magic.
And also other things that you mentioned are going on.
Oh, yeah. And then next week we got, fun assortment. Sully, Nick Cleanest movie, When the Bow Breaks. Which I'm kind of curious to see, is this gonna be like a Temptation level bad? Because that might be at least lead to some interesting stories.
I wouldn't say that bad. It was like, God, what was that one movie that Ali Larter was in? I'm trying to remember. Where she
I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember what it's called. And then we got The Wildlife.
Obsession. That was the name of the movie.
Then we got The Wildlife, which isn't getting as bad reviews as I thought it was going to.
It'll get lower.
I'm sure.
Is it right now?
Is it 42?
Yeah, it'll get lower. It'll get lower.
I'm sure. But yeah, so I think it's all we got. So thank you all for watching. See you all later.